In this video, I'd like to show you some basics about Google Classroom. So I'm going to start off by opening up a new tab and navigating to Google Classroom. I'm going to type in classroom.google.com, and that's going to take me to my Google Classroom dashboard. On my dashboard, you're able to see all of the different classes that I'm either a student in or that I am a teacher in. Before we join a class or we start a new class, I do want to show you over on the left-hand side, there's 3 lines. When I expand that menu out, this takes me to my classes, the dashboard that I'm on, or I can jump back and forth between the classes on that menu as well. One thing that I do want to point out is this would take you to your archived classes. So if you're finished with a class and you want to take it off your dashboard, you can archive it. Let's jump over to the plus sign. Under the plus sign, you have 2 choices. You can either choose to join a class, and that's going to be joining by a code that somebody has given to you, or you're going to create a class. In most instances, as a teacher, you're going to be creating a class. So that's the way we're going to go in. When I click on create a class, it's going to bring up a tile that asks me for a few pieces of information. So they want to name the class. So I'm going to do a sample classroom. I can choose to name the section. I can also choose to name the subject, and I can also put the room in there. Those are all optional fields that you can add and just helps you as you create more classrooms. Obviously, the naming conventions are going to help you be able to find that classroom a little bit easier. I'm going to click create, and I'm going to let Google do their job. In the background, it's not only creating a class, but it's also creating a folder structure in my Drive where everything will be saved. And it's also creating a Google Calendar where anytime I post an assignment, it will automatically add it to that calendar as well. So now I'm inside my sample classroom, and I want to point out that inside a classroom you have 3 sections. You have the stream, you have classwork, and you have people. Your stream is going to be your front page, and anything you do inside of Classroom is going to show up on your stream. That's just going to let your participants know if there's an announcement or if there's an assignment, and it should be easy for them to just jump into the stream and see what's going on in the class. From the stream, you do have the ability to post an announcement to your class. So if I wanted to let them know that something's coming up or due, I might go ahead and share this on the stream. I'm going to jump over to the classwork section because this is where most of your time is going to be spent. So inside of classwork, you'll notice that you have a big red create button. I'm going to go ahead and click on this create button so that you can see the things that you can create inside the classwork page. So you're able to create assignments, quiz assignments, questions, add material, or reuse a post. And then you also have topics. Topics are going to allow you to break your classroom down into sections. So if I want to have a topic that has chapter 1, I can just do a topic and then have it so that all my materials and assignments for chapter 1 can be put inside that topic. So I'm going to click on topic, and we'll do that. We'll do just chapter 1 so that you can see what it's going to look like. So now I have this chapter 1 section, or topic as they call it, and then inside I can create inside of this. So if I want to create an assignment inside of chapter 1, let's try that again, create assignment, and now I have the assignment. So for my assignment, I want them to read chapter 1 and answer the questions at the end. Very simple. And I can give additional instructions. I can tell how many points I want it worth. I can have a due date for it. So if I want this due on a specific date, I can certainly put that due date in there. And then I also have the area where I can put topic. So I created that topic chapter 1. I actually want this assignment to go into the chapter 1 topic. So I'm going to click chapter 1. You'll notice that you also have additional features like being able to add a local file if you want to add something from Drive, a YouTube video if you want to add a link, and then I can assign it. Before I assign it, I do want to show you that you have additional features that you can schedule it. So if you've planned this ahead of time, you can schedule it out, or if you want to save a draft and then not push it out until the day of, that is an option for you as well. So I'm going to go ahead and click assign just so that you can see that. So now my Read Chapter 1 is under my Chapter 1 topics. You'll also notice that it created a structure inside a classroom so to start showing the different topics that you've chosen as well. I'm going to jump over to the People section, and under the People section, you have two areas in the People section. You have teachers and students. So you can add other teachers to co-teach in your classroom, and you would simply do that by clicking the little person with the plus button, and you would invite a teacher in there if you wanted to co-teach with someone else. You do have the ability to add a student, and you could invite the students by their email. That is absolutely okay. I just find that that takes a lot of time, and I think it's so much easier if we just give our students the class code. So you'll notice that you have the class code underneath, but I want to show you that if you go back to Stream, and on the tile that shows that this is a sample classroom, it has your class code, and then it has a display link next to it. So if I click on that display link, I can show that front and center if I'm showing that on my TV, so students can be able to join my classroom. They simply go to classroom.google.com. They join a class, and then they type in this code to be able to join my classroom that way.